you should see two changes in the bear hunting regulations for the 2026 season. One of them is the second bear tag. I mentioned the commission process, 3 meetings, 2 months apart, right? The notice hearing was in December on bears. The discussion hearing was last week on bears, and adoption will be in April, but the department is bringing forward a recommendation, and we are strongly supporting a second bear tag. And also, there's a little northeastern corner of California, Modoc and Lassen counties up there that's been closed to bear hunting. They're proposing that we open that up for bear hunting. Now, the reason it was closed originally was because there weren't any bears there. It's like, why have hunting there if there's no bears? Well, there are now because they're expanding their territories because they have to, because they're so overabundant. So they're going to open up. They're proposing to open up that northeastern corner and add that second bear tag for now. Now, privately, and talking to a lot of folks in the department, they would very much like to see dogs back when it comes to managing bears. It's out of their hands because that decision was made by the state legislature, like we talked about, right? Department can't do anything about that. So they can't even recommend to the commission, gee, we ought to think about bears so we can bump up the annual harvest, because the commission has no control over it anymore because the legislature took that away, right? But we should see those two changes. That I testified on that last week in front of the Fish and Game Commission here in Sacramento. And was there opposition? Yeah, there was opposition. There was I don't know, 10 or 12 people that testified, against the second bear tag, against opening that northeastern corner of California. But we made sure we had a lot of people there testifying in support of it as well. I can almost guarantee you that the commission will go ahead and adopt those two changes come April.
Wow, this is really great to hear. Yeah, so we, as hunters in California, we've been longing for good news about hunting for so long. Finally, they're not chipping away our hunting rights, but actually expanding them. This is really good.
Yeah.
How about the spring season for bears?
Not anytime soon. I mean, other states, as you mentioned, a lot of them have spring season for bears. Baiting is another method of take that a lot of states have. Almost an absolute non-starter in California. I mean, do you think the animal rights folks don't like the second bear tag? They don't. But if we proposed a spring bear season, it would just absolutely blow up. And you always have to be cognizant of an adverse reaction, right? I mean, it's like okay, well, we propose a spring bear season. We're likely to see a bill, the next year that just flat out prohibit bear hunting, or they put stuff on the ballot. That's how we lost mountain lions, right? So right now, in talking with the department, they're not even close to thinking about a spring bear season, nor baiting for bears either. I mean, the second bear tag and then the northeastern corner. We'd like to get dogs back. We tried that last year with Assembly Bill 1038. Almost moved that bill out of committee. Didn't happen by one vote. So we're slowly educating the legislature on the fact that dogs are a good tool, and they're a humane tool for taking bears. When I fought Senate Bill 1221 back in 2012, that's the bill that took away the use of dogs for pursuing bears. The arguments that the animal rights folks were using as to why we need this bill, well, these dogs, they run amok through the forest. They kill everything, whether it's a rabbit, a deer, they kill everything. They're not just chasing bears; they're chasing everything. And those bears will, they'll get cornered on the ground, and then they'll kill the dogs, or the dogs will kill the bears. It's all a bunch of poppycock. None of that stuff
Where
happens.
are they getting that?
But we offered to take them out. We said, look, let's come out with us, because we could run bears with dogs at the time. We're going to show you what a bear hunt with dogs actually looks like, right? A bear will run for, depends on the bear. They may go a ways, but eventually they're going to go up a tree. They go up there. They go up there and they panic, which is what the animal rights folks, they go up and they stress out up the tree. I've done it. I've harvested bears with dogs. They've been going up trees for thousands of years. They go up there, they fall asleep. They literally will doze off up on the tree. But you can look at that bear. You can say, if you're a hunter, this is the benefits of why it makes sense to use dogs to pursue bears as a method of take. You can look at that bear, Maybe a boar you could go, I don't want to take that one. It's not the right color. Maybe it's not the right size, whatever, right?
Right.
And you just pull the dogs back. The bear goes down the tree and goes on his way. It's the only type of catch and release hunting we have, frankly, right? Can't do it with
Right.
anything else. You can with pursuing bears with dogs. Or you put a sow up a tree, and you can tell that she's lactating, or the cubs go up the tree with her. You can tell if it's a sow with cubs, and then what do? You pull your dogs back. Or maybe you don't want to take a sow at all, right? So you can do that when you've got dogs. And if you do decide to take the shot, you're a duck hunter, right? I mean, what's the best shot at a duck? You want to take a shot 50 yards out on a passing bird? No. Do you want a mallard that's maybe working, landing, you're about ready to land in your decoys at 15 yards? Yes. You want a humane shot. You don't want to see the animal suffer. I've been hunting for 60 years. I hate seeing them suffer. I want a humane, quick kill, right?
Absolutely.
And where are you going to get a better humane, quick kill on a bear? Up a tree at 30 feet or 300 yards while it's on a dead out sprint, right? It's like, come on. It's the most humane way to hunt bears. And like I said, it's the only type of catch and release hunting that we've got, right? So they should be supporting this. They shouldn't be opposing this.